Am I actually heading into BT territory here? Yes! Yes, I am. Interesting. How far? Alright, so they're over there, it seems like. I might be safe on this side of the river. Oh, nope, there we go. That's really fucking far to hold your breath. There we go. You really think so? Or did you look it up?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, you never know, right? You never know. Also, there's a lot of fucking bridges here. Are y'all seeing this shit? I mean, I know the company we're working for is called Bridges, but this seems just a little excessive. Oh, wait, hold on, me. Yeah.
There we go. Nice.
I mean, I really would like to deliver to that person, because it's like, it's not every day that you see, like a bunker or a facility in this game with the Luden's logo on it. Or the Koji Pro logo. He might call it Loot, I don't know.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam Porter Bridges, with your Santa hat.
Terminating suit.
Welcome to one of the first places you visit in the game. Did you know that there was a secret place right next door this entire time? It's mind-boggling. Like it really is. Oh, that's not it. Alright, so this is going to capital knot. No, none of the ones here do. I'm gonna hit up, I think, every single place here.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Keep on keeping up.
Oh, look at this rust bucket. It's still going. God. This was like one of the first post boxes I put down, too. It's got 258 likes. Yeah, there's another goddamn bridge down there, too. This is actually a trip. Like, I should have come back here before. It might still open. I mean, you know, if nothing else, we can call I'm actually drawing a blank on that character's name. And the thing of this is, like, all I have to do is say he's known for his crowbar, and y'all will probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But I am drawing a blank hard on that guy's name.
This looks like the way to go.
Yeah, Gordon Freeman. Thank you, Dime. Like, I should have just said the protagonist of Half-Life, then y'all would have gotten it immediately, but, yeah, like, if nothing else, we could just call Gordon Freeman and have him pry it open for us, you know?
There we go.
I don't even know why I'm still collecting this stuff. I'm not gonna use it. And I don't think you can put chiral crystals into a public locker either. So it's not like I could give it to people. Now, how in the sweet fuck is this one still looking so shiny and new? Oh, it's a level 3 one. That's why. It has a much greater resistance to the elements than my poor level 1. Also, which song is this? I don't think I've ever heard this song. Interesting. Oh, it's just, are there going to be BTs in this forest again?
There we go.
Y'all remember this forest, right? From the very beginning of the game here? This is almost going to be a nostalgia sneak right here. Eek.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Man, I guess it could just be raining here. That's fine too. I was really prepared for some sneaking. Nope, nope, there we go. starting a little further down the valley than I was expecting, but here we are. Yep, I knew it. They don't seem to be particularly dense around here. Whoa. Don't seem to be particularly dense around here is what I was about to say, but... Oh. Oh god. Okay, I'm about to show y'all something else I found, I learned today. You see these little baby ones here? When you cut their umbilical cord, the sound is different. Also, welcome back. You picked a really interesting time to... You had to make a liar out of me, game. To quote Dime. I was like, oh, they're not that dense around here. And now, all of a sudden... Oh, shit, I'm gonna have to risk it. Also, I think it kind of fucks with their AI a little bit that there's a bridge here. Holy fuck, that was quick. Holy, no, not today. Not today. Get off of me, you bastards. Alright, now it's time to test something. This is something somebody told me about. Holy shit, it actually works. Also, holy shit, there are now a lot of them. Let's, just to make sure we put that away. I'd hate to try sneaking around only for Norman Reedus to be like, oh, let's take a piss. Also, there is a lot of them here. Surely there weren't this many early on in the game. Oh, piss. Time to run! Time to run! Holy fuck. Oh, that was close.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
That was exciting. That was close.
Until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
I kind of don't want to go back through there. Not gonna lie. Okay, let me see here. Do you have any orders for what's-his-face? The Luden's fan? No? Or would I have to actually do a lot of orders around this area before I would get an order for that guy? I'm beginning to suspect that's the case. Alright, so we are, we're gonna take an alternate way back, I think.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Whoa! Okay. I didn't even move. Yeah, we do. I will use every goddamn ladder in my backpack to not have to go back through there, game. You don't understand. I don't know why there's so many of them now, but there's a lot of them down there. And I'm not gonna be fucking around with all that. Well, there's apparently more in that direction. I see someone else had the same idea. How many more of these do I got? Got this one. Care nothing about your rope.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
It's really easy to shout at them when you know they can't actually get up here. At least I'm hoping that they can't get up here. That'd be some shit. That would be some shit. I don't have any more ladders. Oh boy, indeed. Yeah, this is really steep. I don't want to tumble down there. So I guess I'm gonna have to be brave. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Stop, stop, please, please. Stop, thank you. What? Why is everyone so close? Look, I just looked down there. I was fine. Game, I feel like you're starting to change the rules of engagement here, game. I don't like that. Okay, yeah, well. Oh, no, here we go, here we go. Get off of me! Get off of me! Haha. So, again, BTs don't bother me as much as they used to. But holy crap, they can still be a little bit unnerving. Much like in other stealth games, sometimes you're better off just moving through the area quickly. No hesitation. Also, I just realized something. Hey, Bob? Bob, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Your bar's really in the red there. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's cool? Everything's, I mean, you weren't crying, so I didn't think you were in a bad way, but your bar down there. Okay, you're good? He's good, y'all. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Let's get the fuck out of here. No. Grab the ladder, thank you. You don't punch the ladder, man. You grab it. Fucking, are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking... Let's try this again. And we will... No, Sam. Sam, that's not... That's... Fine, we're gonna use this ladder over here. I said we're gonna use this ladder over here. Sam? Sam. You like ladders, right? Ladders are a porter's best friend? Come on, man. Gotta... Guys, I'm beginning to think this Ludens fan just isn't worth it. Also, is it just me, or has this storm moved? Yeah, this storm is moving. Seems like it's gonna be here for the next 30 minutes, but its boundaries are shifting.
Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
There we go.
So,
There we go.
I don't even care. Can someone look up for me who the Ludens fan is? Like, so again, I can't help but shake the feeling that, it's probably played by someone significant. Like, it's not just a random mocap actor or anything like that.
This one's for you. Thanks for the help. Today's a good day. This one's for you.
Aha! I did get over 400. My life is... Oh, there's not even another zipline around. I take my likes back! So, ladies and gentlemen, boys, oh, there's some lost cargo nearby?
Hanging in there, Lou?
That's interesting. Speaking of lost cargo. For the wind farm? No. We are not going back through that forest. No, sir. I'm dropping this off as lost cargo. Oh, am I? It's not Kojima himself, is it? Because that would seem like the kind of shit he'd do. Also, this bridge has seen better days. Holy fuck. Damn. Look at this bridge. You're probably not gonna answer that. Oh, I wish, man. That would be some shit. Alright, hold on, let me.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridge.
Yeah, see, like that probably should have occurred to me sooner than it did.
All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified.
No, must be tough, Lou.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Is it DD? Unfortunately, Kojima actually wouldn't be able to do that since DD is copyright Konami. So, like, in anything related to Metal Gear at all, you can just go ahead and rule that out. Alright, so I'm gonna head back over to his place, then I'm going to cross this BT territory real quick. I wonder if I can sidestep it entirely. Just going up this way. I mean, again, BTs don't scare me as much as they used to. Like, I understand largely how they work now. But, they're still a bit unnerving. Is it Doggo D? I like it. I mean, how? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask that question. I'm just gonna assume that if there's a way if it could work, Kojima would make it work. Or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe it would just be one of those weird, unexplained things in the game. You son of a bitch. I am holding my balance. I am holding both triggers. Stop slipping around so much, motherfucker. They're so far away I kind of don't see him. Oh, this is gonna suck. Ugh. You know, coming back here after spending so much time on the really large map, like, this place does feel a lot more constricted. Like, it's a lot more punishing trying to, like, go out of your way. Whereas in the big map, you had a lot more freedom. Like, you could make it work. Here, it's like you're slipping and sliding all over the place if you get on these somewhat steeper hills, and it's kind of silly. Just to throw that out there, it feels kind of silly. Feels very linear, I guess would be the word I would use. And I get that this was the first part of the game. You know, you only spent like 10 hours or so here, unless you just really took your sweet time. I get that this is Tutorial Island, essentially. It does make it a little painful to go back to when you're not doing it for the story. Alright, so where is this lost cargo at? Just climb the rope here. Guess I can just take a look around with my scanner. Seems like something I can do. Also, this motherfucker didn't just skip leg day, or didn't just not skip leg day. Like he did all the days. He didn't skip anything.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges. Fragile Express ID verified. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Well, I mean, it's all the way down there, but okay, I can go ahead and grab that as well.
Restrictions lifted.
Fort Knot City. I mean, there's one thing for Ludens fans right here. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That is too far. And I'd rather not die again. As wonderful an experience as it is, I'm just not really in the mood for it today. Not really. Maybe around here would be better. Doesn't seem to be as far right here. No, that actually does reach the bottom here. Okay. Lost cargo, character figurines. No, Sam, down. Down, boy! Come on, up you go. We don't have all night, mate. I will have to go to bed up here eventually. So now, at long last, the mystery will be solved. For everyone but Dime, because Dime already knows. Thanks for taking one for the team, man.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
I wasn't even thinking about trying to look for lost cargo for him.
Cargo verified. Thank you.
Just trying to see if there's any more real quick, you know. Let the suspense really, really ratchet up there before we actually finally go in here and... Trying to figure out what those figurines are of. It's Kojima, it's probably referencing something.
Delivering cargo.
You the delivery dude? Oh, that's a relief. I've just about given up on you. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Respect, man. Seriously? Respect.
That can't be who I think it is. I mean, it's like, I am actually a little uncertain because of how, like, this...
About time I hopped on the whole chiral network bandwagon, am I right? Join the UCA and all that. You can help me do that, yeah?
Yeah, it's the hologram distortion. I'm not entirely sure. Also, this is fucking crazy that we're getting another one of these at the end of the fucking playthrough. I didn't think we'd see one of these cutscenes today. You know, aside from Santa Hat guy. But you know, fuck him. We don't... Is that really Keeley?
Oh, thank you, Sam.
Or is that
Take care
supposed
up
to be
there.
him?
Hate for this to be the last time we meet, you know? So, I'm gonna need a moment to look over what you brought me.
Okay.
But I'll hit you back via mail after. Promise.
Alright.
Hey, I'm hoping maybe you can help me out again. Don't want to be weird, but I feel you and I might have like a connection.
Yeah?
Something.
Yeah, a connection? I mean, I don't know about that, man.
Good work.
Don't even look like you.
Available. Please access delivery terminal
Don't-
for further information.
Don't even look like you, man. I'm just saying. Watches with Luden's logo. That's, Yeah, that's like the meme with, you know, the Godfather looking over the body of his son. He's like, look what they did to my boy. Oh, man. But yeah, it's like, I kind of had a Dime, you fucking called it, dude.
Keep on keeping on, Sam.
See, like, that actually kind of sounded like him. That, just him, just... Yeah! At least... Wow, look at that fucking thing. I think this is a good note to end it on. It's like I did unlock I think I did unlock a few interviews. There is a bit more lore that I could read out to y'all before we fully wrap this up. But as far as wandering around this overworld, as exploring, I think that is a good note to end it on. But over the last 2 streams, I have unlocked a few interviews and such, where a lot of the real lore is hidden in this game. So we're gonna head for that safe house right there, and we're gonna listen to a little bit of music while I read out these final interviews. Not sure how many there are. But, yeah, we're just, we're done with Death Stranding. That kind of feels weird to say. I was thinking about revisiting this, like, when I was streaming this last. Also, this is going to be really funny. Me having to sneak by fucking BTs just to do this. We're going to be sleeping next to Spooky Town. Poor Norman Reedus. This is his retirement home. Right next to some fucking ghosts. Still, I can't fucking believe you called it like that, dude. I mean, it makes sense. Like, he and Kojima and Keighley were pretty buddy-buddy, and, like, I think most of the, like, trailers for Death Stranding were revealed at the Game Awards show. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. It seems kind of,
Good morning, Sam. Blood collection.
Can't think of the word.
Thank you for your generosity.
It seems like Keighley just kind of like snuck his way into the game by being like, hey, you know, if you put me in your game, I got this award show here that you can, you know, do all that fancy smashy trailer talk, you know, on, you know, between announcements and such. Just, you know, hit me with that collab, Kojima. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's fucking read some lore. Wait, what the fuck? Oh shit, I never did turn in these memory chips. Hold on. I have to do that real... That would require me to go buy the BTs. Stop winking at me, man. You'll give me ideas. Shit. No. We'll never know. That's going to be something for me to look forward to next time. But, okay, I've got, like, so many tips here. It's just... I don't like leaving new stuff in the lists, even when I know it's not really new. I have to, like, highlight it at least for the game to be like, okay, it's not new anymore. God, have I really been up for that long? Holy shit. Alright, so we've got a few. Die Hard men here. I can't do the actual character voices, like my voice doesn't have that much range, but you know why they called me Die Hardman? They kept bringing me back. Just wouldn't let me die. Kept bringing my sorry ass back every single time. Okay. Bridget and I had discussed discussions about the UCA flag. She wanted something that was based on the old American design. You know the one. 50 stars and 13 stripes, states and colonies. A classic symbol of national pride. The president wanted people to remember that pride as we went about our rebuilding process, but I thought differently. The old American flag was redesigned 26 times. Of course Kojima would fucking know that. Every time a new state joined the Union, they had to add another star. It was easy to believe the country would keep on growing forever, end up taking over the world. Hell, most people believed just that. Good old manifest destiny, the mantra used to justify countless atrocities centuries ago. You can believe I told the president we damn well better not carry on that particular legacy. Freedom, liberty, equality. Those principles should be enshrined and never denied. The stars of the UCA aren't states, but individuals, each with value, each a part of the greater whole. That was our flag. And the UCA... Oh, that's what our flag and the UCA represent. Die Hardman Confessions. Bridget's BB Experiments. Part 1. As Deadman established in the course of his independent inquiries, the BB experiments were classified and carried out in an atmosphere of great secrecy. Deadman also asserts, correctly, that BBs were recognized as both media for chiral communications and as, essentially, human sacrifices. Bridges 1 was issued BB pods, some of which found their way into the hands of terrorists out west who adapted the technology for their own ends. This is further evidenced by the fact that the pods currently in use by the terrorists are identical to those issued to Bridges 1 members. We can only assume that they were stolen. In any event, the true nature of BBs remained a closely guarded secret that we could not and would not disclose to anyone. This was the case from the very beginning, which is why following the Death Stranding, government officials not in the know were certain that it was an act of terror. The actual cause, of course, was a C-section performed on a brain-dead pregnant woman. As you'll have heard, the surgeon who performed the operation saw a BT at the time. There's another bit of lore somewhere in the game, I can't remember exactly where, but like Deadman said, or Die Hardman said here, that was the trigger for the first Void Out. It was also the first known instance of someone seeing a BT. Must have really freaked that doctor out. Oh, piss. Bridget, who had just been inaugurated as president, believed that BBs could be used to prove to everyone that BTs did indeed exist. By dragging this invisible threat into the light, the people might come together again instead of continuing to drift apart. There were terrible risks, she knew. But if America was to be whole once more, BTs couldn't remain hidden. If only we knew what would happen when revealed them to the world. I'm sorry, this is taking a lot out of me. Can we pick this up a little later? Also a fun fact, that was how they figured out that BBs were a bridge, and how, by harnessing them the way that characters like Norman Reedus do now, would allow people who weren't even necessarily sensitive to chiralium or had the Dooms effect, would theoretically be able to see the BTs and warn everyone else to, like, steer clear of that area. Side effect. Die Hardman's Confessions. Bridget's BB Experiments. Part 2. Sorry about before, I just needed a break. I'm ready to continue if you like. The BB experiments continued after the Stranding, even though the official line was that they'd been shut down. That's how we came to realize that BB weren't just a means with which we could see BTs. They have the power to connect us to the other side. Power like that could help us make America whole again, surely. That was our thinking at the time, anyway. Not all BBs were created equal, though. One, in particular, had potential that was off the charts. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. It was chosen to serve as the first sacrifice, but I didn't have the stomach to see it through. I couldn't do it, not to his kid. Couldn't forsake that personal connection to save the world, I guess. So I tried to arrange a rescue. I betrayed my president, betrayed my country. And because of me, both Cliff and his BB ended up dead. It must have weighed on Bridget, too. How could it not? Why else would she have taken in that little BB who died and came back to life as her own son? Another lie to comfort and console us. But there's no pretending it didn't happen. Not after Sam told me about the flashbacks he experienced when hooked up to his own BB. Not after I realized Cliff had returned. Realized he wasn't looking for a bridge baby, but his baby. His own flesh and blood. And now you know why I've devoted my life to the UCA. It's the only way I can begin to atone for what I've done. What became of Deadman? Different voice, different voice, different voice, different voice of me. Getting to get a little dry here. What became of Deadman? I'm not connected to anyone or to anything. Not to my mother or to the other side. Nothing. All that stuff about how I was created from pluripotent stem cells, that's just a cover story. I actually started life in a womb, albeit an artificial one. A human egg fertilized with human sperm, so far so natural. But after that, natural technology took over. Any organs that were absent or lacking, I got from someone else. I've often wondered when I was technically born, given all that. The moment of fertilization? The moment I was taken from the incubator? Either way, there was nothing ordinary about it. I came into this world disconnected. No wonder I don't have a beach to call my own. Can you blame me for developing an obsession? After all, without a beach, death really is the end. Game over. Adios. Or so I thought. I've recently discovered that I was mistaken about all of that. Thanks to Lou, I finally got to visit the beach. I may not have my own, but it seems that they're not close to me after all, as long as I'm connected to someone. The beach is no more than a space between life and death. Lacking one doesn't mean you're not alive. I mean, I'm definitely alive. If anything, not having your own just means that you're already connected to everyone in this world. It's quite the epiphany, and it certainly put a great many worries of mine in perspective. Deadman as a whole is just a weird fucking character. But that's a good note for him to end on, I suppose. What became of Hartman? Countless trips to the beach, every single day, each spent searching in vain for my wife and daughter. Such has been my existence, my fate, if you will. After all, if each person's beach is their own, then it stands to reason that the worlds each of us inhabited posthumously is also unique. If that is the case, then even death shall not reunite me with my family. That is why I must search beach after beach after beach for any trace, any clue, anything that might lead me back to them. Death is not the end, after all, and the past is never dead. Indeed, it's not even past. I have decided to give up my quest, for I have come to realize that it will change nothing. I must move on with my life, and as a matter of fact, I already have. I've met someone. Her name is Samantha Spade. I call her Sam. A spirited Hispanic woman. You can imagine how frustrating it is to live life in 21-minute intervals. Speaking of which. So he's moving on, but he's still doing the 21-minute thing. That's... What became of Malingen and Lochner? We'd forgotten all about our dream of going to space. It was a dream from an earlier, simpler time, from before we realized our baby was a BT binding us to the other side, and before we had to sever the link between us. After that, Malingen couldn't even leave the lab, and Lochner swore to live a life of isolation in Mountain Knot City. There was no room in our heart for outer space. But now that we're one, it's all become so clear. In choosing isolation, choosing to forget about the outside world, we were just being human, just doing what everyone else was doing. We turned inwards, venturing deeper and deeper into ourselves, focusing on our inner worlds at the expense of the one we shared. Maybe this is what they mean when they say the beach is a reflection of the individual soul. We became trapped in the multiverse contained within. But at last we have a chance to escape. Now that America is whole, we can begin to expand our boundaries once more. The bonds we've forged could carry us beyond these clouds. It's time we saw the stars again. What became of Fragile? This is all like epilogue, rounding things up, kind of. I've been thinking a lot about my father recently. I'd like to think he'd be happy if he were here. Now that Sam's made us whole again, he'd have his America back. Not that things are perfect. Far from it. The Death Stranding's still a thing, and people aren't free to go where they please. So the UCA's prospects don't look too great. But I'm not going to stand by and let it fall apart. After all, it's a symbol of everything my father held dear, freedom and community. It's bigger than any one of us, bigger than all of us still standing. We're only here because of those who came before, my father and everyone else back through the generations. I appreciate that more these days, I suppose, and I want to honor the people who made me who I am. That's why I've joined Bridges. I've spent too long wrestling with the past, obsessed with getting revenge on Higgs. But the past can't be changed. All I can do now is build upon it and help deliver everyone a brighter future. Fragile Express is back in business. Interviews from random staff members. Here we go. Philip North. Everything went like clockwork, and we recovered all the antimatter. Performed the requested maintenance on the magnetic trap, too. It should be a bit more stable now. I still can't believe those amateurs managed to get their hands on the stuff, though. Apparently they stumbled across it while researching chiral clouds, though I suppose that makes a kind of sense. Even before the Death Stranding, there was evidence that regular lightning storms could generate antimatter, and chiral ones are surely stranger. Sounds like they were able to capture it only once, though, so that's something. Imagine if antimatter was easy to get a hold of. Terrorists would have a field day. Anyway, we've got it stored safely now, and no one's the wiser. I just hope something good comes of it. That's all. You know what the alternative is, Lockney. Bridges' former guardsman. This all happened years ago, so I can only hope that enough time has passed that I won't get in trouble for talking about it. But believe it or not, people used to say the president's official residence was haunted. Bear in mind that most born after the Death Stranding don't go in for any of that supernatural stuff. Why would they, when they know for a fact that BTs not only exists, but are out to get us? For folks like me, though, it used to be different. Even if you don't really believe ghosts were real or know anything about them, I don't know, call it a generational thing. I reckon most of the others who worked the detail would say the same thing if you put the screws on them. Put the screws to them, rather. Sorry. Now, here's where it gets a bit weirder. This ghost people whispered about, it was the president's. I saw her myself plenty of times. Pretty much every time I did a night shift, actually. There she was. In the office or the corridor or something, just standing there. I tried calling out a couple of times, but whenever I did, she'd up and disappear. I'd say she, the ghost I mean, was in her 20s. But I'm not kidding when I tell you she looked like a younger President Strand. But before you ask, there's no way that it could have been an intruder. Couldn't have been the president herself either. She was always sleeping whenever there was a sighting, and even if she hadn't been, no weird trick of the light could have made her look that much younger. I know it sounds crazy, but after a while we couldn't help but believe it was a ghost, either the president's or that of someone else who was her spitting image. I knew I'd catch hell for it, but I just had to tell Die Hardman. It was a security concern for one thing, and for all we knew the president was sleepwalking or something. I was worried about it too, truth be told, and I thought it was my duty to report it. Let me tell you, I sure as hell didn't expect the response I got. He told me, as a matter of fact, that the ghost was actually the president's daughter, Amelie. I don't even know the president had a daughter. Even he had only found out recently, he said, and that had been waiting for the right time to tell us. Apparently she'd suffered from something known as locked-in syndrome at birth, had been hospitalized for a ridiculously long time. The president hadn't shared it with anyone except her closest confidants either. And then, after 20 years of treatment, Amelie had a miraculous recovery. She was able to move around again. The president and her daughter had been living apart, but after her recovery, Amelie came to join her mother at the residence. It was kept on a need-to-know basis at first. Just the head of the detail and some of the guards. I've never told anyone else about it. Until now. The president's ghost. There are more interviews about the president's ghost? Fuck me. You just want me to keep coming back to your game, don't you, Kojima? Smart Bob. The America of the Past. By the Elder. I do not remember what the Elder sounded like, so here we go. Oh boy. You want to hear about America? Well, you asked for it, but if you're looking for some rose-tinted bullshit, you've come to the wrong place. I was an immigrant, you see. Nothing special about that whole country was built on immigrants. Right off the bat, I could see it wasn't quite the land of the free I'd been led to believe, but for a while there, it wasn't so bad. Even bought into the American dream for a minute. I mean, hell, they had a black guy and a woman take a shot at the presidency, you know? Didn't last, though. Somewhere along the lines, people became so damned intolerant. All of a sudden, there wasn't any room for other opinions, or other people for that matter. We even elected a guy right before the Death Stranding that wanted to build a wall along the whole border, stop anyone like me from coming in. Once that talk started up, I reckon that was that. How could I expect a goddamn thing from a country that didn't want me? How could I hope to get by in land where the weak and needy got fucked over for profit and peace of mind? So yeah, I figured holding up my shelter was the best way to go. Didn't know how bad things get, no one did, but I tell you, if it hadn't been for that single decision, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Just goes to show that the only person anybody can rely on is his own damn self. UCA, give me a break. You're just pushing the same old bullshit, repackaged for a brave new world. Prepper interview the doctor. I know what you're thinking. Why is this prepper claiming to be a doctor? Don't worry, you're not the first. Rest assured that I really am a doctor. I even have a medical license, though the governing body that issued it to me is long gone, so I won't be offended if that counts for little. But license or no, people still need doctors. Preppers get sick too, you know. That's not so hard for you to get your head around, is it? Most folks haul themselves to a city hospital when there's something wrong, but out in the boonies, that's not really an option. But we can't just leave those people to die. You know full well what would follow. And so I do what I can to help. Around here, I'm the only one people can rely on to help them. I'm the only one people can rely on to keep them alive. Whenever I'm needed, I try to find someone to transport me to a patient's residence, but that's hardly the most efficient approach, and it doesn't endear me to the porters either. I've heard that Bridges is trying to bring everyone into their chiral network. If it's as good as I've heard, it would be a real game changer. I could perform all sorts of diagnoses, and even some treatments without having to leave my shelter. I hope you manage to extend it here soon. There's a lot of people out there counting on us both. Die Hardman's past. Oh, okay. Die Hardman's background, number 1. U.S. Special Forces enlistment record. John Blake McClane. Name, John Blake McClane. Nationality, American. McClane scored above average in physical and mental aptitude tests. His talents are recognized by Captain Clifford Unger, who elected to give McClane special training. Under Captain Unger's command, McClane took part in several missions, during which he earned a reputation for survival against all odds, as evidenced by his nickname, Die Hardman. Background number 2. Following information concerning John Blake McClane's death was recovered following the activation of the chiral network. It is presented without comment or interpretation. All personal data and official documentation concerning the subject indicate that he is deceased. However, even after reconstruction and collation of data from additional sources, we are unable to confirm cremation of the subject's corpse. Unfortunately, recovery of incinerator records from the time in question has proved so far difficult, on account of the incident's proximity to the Death Stranding. While the possibility that the corpse underwent necrosis and subsequently transformed into a BT cannot be ruled out entirely, the probability is exceedingly low. In other words, there is no evidence that the subject has, in fact, died. Significant portions of the subject's personal data appear to have been discreetly modified and expunged, so forensic study has led us to the discovery of a living individual who bears a striking resemblance to the deceased. Subsequent analysis of the genetic samples do indeed confirm a DNA match for this Die Hardman. Oh fuck, there's apparently a lot of stuff about Clifford Unger. Are y'all ready for this? I'm not ready for this. Also, we are 7 hours deep. Holy shit. It is after 11 here. Clifford Unger Case Review, Part 1. Captain Clifford Unger, former U.S. Army Special Forces, honorably discharged, was shot dead at a government facility under executive supervision. It should be noted that prior to this altercation, he had cooperated fully with our researchers and contributed to our ongoing BB experiments. On the day of the incident, Captain Unger took the experimental BB hostage and barricaded himself inside one of the facility's rooms. After assessing the situation, the President ordered that a nonviolent resolution be pursued, ensuring no harm came to either the Captain or the BB. However, this order was directly contravened by Presidential Advisor John Blake McClane, who shot and killed Clifford Unger. Following the incident, McClane refused to surrender himself into custody and fled, and was accordingly designated a most wanted fugitive. Efforts to locate and detain McClane were unsuccessful, however. The search was later called off when an unrelated investigation to a suicide found that the deceased possessed the same Social Security number as McClane. The body was cremated before physical identification could be performed. That was a load of bullshit I just read. Jesus fuck. Clifford Unger Case Review Part 2. John Blake McClane was placed under Captain Unger's command upon being accepted into the U.S. Army Special Forces. McClane performed exceptionally in training and subsequent deployments, earning commendations and a reputation as a born survivor who could be thrust into the worst situation imaginable and emerged unscathed. Around the time Captain Unger was discharged, McClane was chosen to serve as special advisor to President Bridget Strand. Though his primary duty was to ensure her personal safety, he became intimately involved with the Bridges 1 initiative as established by President Strand. Several days prior to the hostage incident, it is suspected that McClane collaborated with Captain Unger to abduct a BB. It has since been confirmed that McClane actively compromised security protocols in a manner which directly aided Captain Unger in his attempt. Therefore, it seems likely that McClane resolved to kill Captain Unger upon concluding that their plot had failed. Though their motives remain unclear, it is speculated that Captain Unger was in possession of compromising information regarding his former subordinate, which he leveraged to secure McClane's assistance in abducting a BB. When his attempt failed, McClane killed Captain Unger in a moment of desperation to prevent him from revealing what he knew. Later, when McClane grasped the gravity of his situation, he chose to take his own life rather than face the consequences of his actions. And finally, the case review part 3. Due to the circumstances surrounding the murder of Captain Unger and subsequent suicide of John Blake McClane, President Strand assumed direct control of Bridges to ensure that the BB experiments continued. As the organization's purview was expanded, their restrictions were reduced. They became President Strand's primary security apparatus, an elite organization under her direct command, wholly devoted to her mission of American Reconstructionism. A new director was subsequently appointed to lead Bridges, an individual known only as Die Hardman. Shit. Also, I've got like 32 pieces of mail, but I'm not gonna read all this. Most of this mail is actually like either dry exposition or like the actual explanation of game mechanics. And I've read most of them. I kind of stopped after a certain point. Also, I just realized I didn't have music playing during all of that. I apologize. That's why I came to the safe house to do that instead of just reading it on the field. But there you go. I do believe that that's it. I do believe I'm done. I'm going to save. We're saved. And I'm going to call it here. Unless there's like a last minute thing someone would like to see or hear me do. Hear me answer I can't even English. Maybe it's not a good idea for me to try to answer questions now. But I want to see if there's anyone to raid. Following. Come on, Twitch. You're being really slow right now, website. Well, son of a bitch. Good old Sim Charlie is streaming here. Let me just turn him down a little bit. So I think we are going to I'm not even looking at the game right now. Hold on. What's going on? Whatever it is, it's off the screen now. How do you do again? Right. I'd like to thank everyone so much for showing up. Special shout out to Key for giving me the raid, and she's having an intense love affair with Yakuza right now, so do be sure to check that out. It's highly entertaining. Now in all caps. Since he's still here, I'm gonna give some shout outs to Dime. He wrapped up a game as well. He's as far as we know, he's done with Phantom Pain. He might sneak another stream in on us. We don't know. Really curious as to what you're going to be tackling next. You keep teasing a Witcher-like game. Really curious to see what that is. Eric the Pingu. Also, I actually legit just spelled out Pingu for a second there. Eric the Pingu was pretty cool. Penguin, I need to show up to more of your streams. Like, I know you do the baseball. I know you do the Destinies, but like beyond that, I'm not entirely like I don't know what your groove is these days. I'm gonna have to sneak in there one day and see what you're doing. Gonna give a shout out to Bakura as well. Again, he's doing a variety of stuff right now. He's doing some Digimon. He started Sword Art Online recently. He does, or at least he did, a lot of Final Fantasy there for a while. I think he's kind of stepped back from 14 now that he's caught up with the story. Aslan like the Lion. And she does a variety. She doesn't stream as often as we all would like, I think. But when she does, it's good. It's good shit. It's real good shit. She does a bit of variety as well. I mean, last thing she streamed was Rocket League. She does Minecraft. She does that farming game. What the fuck is it called? I just bought it recently. Stardew Valley. She streams a little bit of that. Fucking Sword Art, mate. I know it's crazy. And last but not least, there's another streamer. No, I'm not in her stream as much as I would like, but she does a lot of modding. Skyrim in particular seems to be her jam. And funny story, there was a time I tuned into her stream thinking she was playing Skyrim, and like 30-45 minutes after I tuned in, I suddenly realized she wasn't actually playing Skyrim. She was playing Dragon Age, I think. But I just assumed it was a heavily modded Skyrim. Like I was just enjoying Skyrim, and it ended up not being Skyrim, and it just blew my fucking mind. Slay the Spire? That might be good. I mean, like I've seen a bit of that. It does look interesting. But and of course, I mean, we're about to raid him, but I'm going to go ahead and shout him out anyway. Charlie, currently online playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So we're going to start that raid now. And until next time, I am the Servalpheus. Y'all are the you, and together we have enjoyed the Death Stranding. Until next time. Tomorrow's Witcher 2. Gonna finally give that game the love it deserves. Bye!